Unbelievable encounters. Imagine living in a world where the unexplained becomes your reality. These unsettling tales will send shivers down your spine, leaving you questioning the line between fact and fiction. Our first encounter takes us to a haunted house, where paranormal activities are a daily occurrence. Objects move mysteriously, leaving occupants terrified, and no one believes their chilling tales. In the depths of a sinister forest, some people claim to have encountered an otherworldly creature. Descriptions of its grotesque appearance send shivers down the spines of those brave enough to speak out. Others report being followed by a shadowy figure during late-night walks, feeling its presence lurking behind them. But when they turn to face it, they find only emptiness, leaving their sanity in doubt. Some individuals have experienced electrical anomalies that defy logic. Lights flicker, appliances turn on and off, and rational explanations are nowhere to be found. Deep, unexplained scratches appear on people's bodies, causing them to fear the unseen force that marks them. Mirrors offer a gateway into the unknown, reflections distorted, shadows within shadows, challenging what we know to be true. Mirrors shatter, reflecting a potential portal into a terrifying realm. These unsettling tales may seem far-fetched, but for those who have lived through them, they are all too real. The next time you hear an unbelievable encounter, remember, some stories hold a whisper of truth that defy our understanding of the world. And finally, it's time for a story we've all been waiting for. The disturbing presence. On a secluded hilltop, John and Emma, a young couple deeply in love, decided to spend a romantic weekend getaway at a rustic cabin. The surrounding forest seemed serene, but locals had whispered about an old legend, the Watcher of the Woods. Unaware of the legend's grim tales, John and Emma arrived at the cabin. As night fell, the forest came alive with eerie rustling sounds. Inside, a cold draft swept through the cabin, making Emma shiver. "Isn't this place just perfect?" John said, trying to ease her nerves. "I promise nothing will disturb our peace." But as the hours passed, strange things began to happen. Objects moved on their own, shadows danced on the walls, and faint whispers echoed in the silence. Emma's unease grew, and she confided in John. "I can't shake this feeling, John. It's as if we're being watched." Chuckling nervously, John said, "Come on, it's just our imagination playing tricks on us. There's no such thing as the Watcher of the Woods." Determined to prove John wrong, Emma suggested a late-night stroll. With a flashlight in hand, they ventured into the darkness. The rustling leaves and distant hoots of owls created an eerie ambience. Suddenly, Emma's flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows among the trees. A chill ran down her spine, and her heart raced. "John, did you hear that?" she whispered, glancing nervously around. "Relax, it's probably just an animal," John replied, though uncertainty lingered in his voice. As they continued, the forest seemed to close in around them, and the air grew thick with tension. Strange symbols etched onto tree trunks caught their attention, but before they could investigate further, an unsettling presence enveloped them. Emma felt an icy hand graze her neck, and John saw a fleeting figure in the corner of his eye. Fear gripped them, and they rushed back to the cabin, slamming the door shut. Inside, the cabin's atmosphere had transformed. An unsettling silence hung in the air. The symbols on the walls glowed ominously. "We need to leave," Emma urged, her voice trembling. "There's something here, John, something malevolent." But escape was futile. The cabin's windows and doors were inexplicably sealed shut, as if something sought to keep them trapped. As the night dragged on, their fears intensified. Shadows seemed to dance, and the air grew suffocating. John and Emma realized they were no longer alone. A menacing figure emerged from the shadows, the dreaded Watcher of the Woods. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent force, and a sinister smile played upon its lips. "Who are you?" John stammered, his courage waning. "I am the keeper of this cursed land," the figure hissed. "You intruders have awakened me, and now, you must pay." Fear consumed them, but Emma summoned her courage. "We meant no harm. Please, let us go." The Watcher's laughter echoed through the cabin. "You cannot leave, for you've trespassed on my domain. You are mine now." As the night wore on, the Watcher tormented John and Emma with terrifying illusions, exploiting their deepest fears and weaknesses. Madness threatened to consume them, and their love was tested like never before. In a final act of desperation, Emma and John mustered their strength and confronted the Watcher head-on. With unwavering love and courage, they managed to shatter its malevolent hold. The cabin shook violently, and the Watcher retreated into the darkness. The windows and doors flung open, granting them freedom. The couple fled, leaving the haunted cabin behind. From that night on, John and Emma never forgot their encounter with the Watcher of the Woods. They returned to their ordinary lives, forever bound by the eerie events they had faced. Though they tried to dismiss it as a mere legend, deep down, they knew that some things in this world were beyond explanation, and the memory of that haunting night would remain etched in their minds forever. Thank you for tuning in to Dark Dreamweaver, unveiling unsettling tales. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more bone-chilling content.